Growing up, we were just like you. We wanted to dunk. We bought jump programs, but they didn't work. We felt we were taken advantage of. We promised when we started BoingVERT we wouldn't do that. We searched far and wide all over the world for the leading experts to create the very best jump programs. Put your legs in our hands and we'll take you to heights you never thought possible. Anytime you hear someone talk about training concepts or the products that they're selling you, especially as it pertains to increasing your vertical jump performance, it's common to hear the word secret being thrown out very loosely. However, at BoingVERT, we hesitate to use the word secret. When we describe methods that we advocate to our followers and users, the training methods we utilize in the BoingVERT program design aren't secrets. To us, it's just science. And a lot of people don't study the science, so I guess to them it seems like a secret. Anyways, each piece of the BoingVERT program is backed by science and research. However, if there is one concept that might deserve the status as secret, it would be the idea of force absorption and the targeted training for increasing this all-important characteristic of jumping. Now you see, most jumping trainees and enthusiasts are so concerned with the takeoff portion of the jump. It makes sense, right? You're going to approach, the takeoff should be incredibly important, and it is. But they focus the majority of their time and effort on increasing that. It's a concentric action for power and strength through the use of heavy resistance deadlifts, Olympic lifts, squats, and some plyometric box jumps. Side note, most box jumps aren't plyometric at all, but that's for another audio. These exercises can and will lead to vertical jump enhancement. It's pretty much common sense. If you get your legs stronger, more powerful, you're going to jump higher. However, there's a ceiling of diminishing returns, and that can happen very quickly. In fact, without developing the body's unique ability to absorb higher amounts of force in the most optimal fashion, a jumping athlete will never be able to take full advantage of the levels of concentric power that he or she possesses. I'm talking to you. This is what's very unique about the BoingVERT program. And this is where the concept of force absorption comes into play and why it is key to much of what we do in our programs. Now, as we said above, targeting force absorption in training isn't really a secret per se. It's renowned in the sports scientist world, and people know it. It's a known fact, but it's not really distributed that much. The Soviet jump coach Yuri, I always mess his name up, Verkhoshansky, was one of the first to utilize this concept, and that was way back in the 1960s in the training of his elite-level Olympic athletes. He examined the jumping mechanics of his highest performing athletes and realized that they all held one thing in common. They spent significantly less time on the ground than athletes of lower levels of jump mastery. Ironic how that's the main thing I see as the difference between the great dunkers you see online, whether they're pro dunkers or NBA dunkers, and subpar athletes. Knowing that jumping athletes are required to tolerate extremely high amounts of force when planting for and landing from a jump, it can be anywhere from 3 to 8 times their body weight. And if the body doesn't possess the capabilities to handle that force, it will never be able to fully optimize the effects. You just aren't going to jump that much higher. If you don't fix this, if you don't use BoingVERT, these other programs don't focus on this. Verkhoshansky realized that he had to develop new methods that would go beyond traditional concentric-oriented exercises. He developed a number of those exercise variations. Many are used in BoingVERT that fit under the category of quote-unquote shock method, or more commonly known as plyometrics. However, it's important to note that not all plyometrics are of shock method orientation. Now again, we're not going to call this a secret because there's been countless studies on it and a ton of research. It really does increase your vertical. How well we plan our land make a big difference in how high we will eventually jump. This is just part 1 to this series. I'm going to do another audio on ways to increase, quick steps to increase your force absorption. But really, without sounding too selly, not trying to sell you, the program is laid out in a specific format, and it goes over 16 weeks, the $10 program, and it really focuses on a lot of different things, but it does have a lot dealing with this force absorption. So that's just one of the many secrets. We might put it at the top because we don't think any other programs really tackle this. So next week, when we do another BoingVERT episode, we're going to go into 4 steps you can use to start to increase force absorption. Until then, or even better, I should say, is go buy the BoingVERT program. It will help you. We've been around forever. It's all backed by science. BoingVERT's all backed by science, and we can back up that it's backed by science. When you do the program, you'll see how much detail and information is in there. I'm going to give you a hint today about what the proper mindset is. Just a hint for you, and it's something I use. Whenever I feel like I don't want to work out, or I wake up in the morning and I don't want to work, I always say to myself, imagine somebody dragged me to a race and the starter gun went off. Well, then you have to run. As soon as the gun goes off, you have to run. So what I'll do when I don't want to do something, let's say I don't want to go work out, I will say to myself, ready, set, go. And when I say ready, set, go, it's like, okay, I gotta go. I literally say that to myself. So if you don't want to work out one day, I know it sounds a little gimmicky, but it really does work. Just get in your head, I'm going to say ready, set, go. And when you say go, you're going to go work out. You're going to do what you don't want to do. On my alarm, when I wake up in the morning, it says ready, set, go. And I've trained myself, when I hear go, I just block everything else out and I start. There are going to be days, in the middle of the program, maybe even the first few weeks, where you're like, oh, I can skip a day. Say to yourself, ready, set, go. Put on your shoes, go work out. It makes you, this is going to sound funny, but the whole point is to make you stupid. Okay? When you say ready, set, go, you want to get dumb. You don't want to think yourself out of working out, because that's usually what you do. You start to justify why you can skip today, how you worked out so hard the other day. It's a busy week. You don't really have time. You promise yourself you're going to make it up. No, when you say ready, set, go, you just go work out. You get stupid. Now, here's a little hint I used to use with the ladies. When I saw a girl that I thought was attractive, I'd be at a lounge or something, and you know how nerve-wracking it is to walk up to a complete stranger, let alone a beautiful stranger who you're going to try to ask out or get to know. You got to be stupid, man. You really got to get dumb. So I used to tell my friends, I just get stupid, because they always said, oh, you'll go talk to anybody. And the reason was I would just get stupid and not think. It was ready, set, go. And it was like, once go, I'm already walking over there and we'll see what happens. So same principle when you're going to work out. That workout is something you don't want to go talk to, but you just say ready, set, go, and you go have a conversation with your workout, meaning you actually work out. Anyways, that's something you can use. So if you wake up tomorrow and you don't want to work out, say ready, set, go, and train yourself. When you hear go, you get dumb, meaning your mind just shuts off and you go to work. Today, we're going to watch Dr. J's Cradle Dunk, Rock the Baby Dunk for the lost and forgotten dunks. I know you've seen it, but man, we just don't appreciate it. Dr. J was so ahead of his time, it was just unbelievable. He had the Marty McFly mode. Who knows how there's nobody in the NBA that can do that today, really that smoothly. I mean, just watch how beautiful that is. You guys think that's an exaggeration. I can't imagine anybody making this dunk in a game. I know they can do it in warm-ups, but I can't imagine somebody actually doing this in an actual contest. Let's just watch the whole thing again because it's spectacular. I mean, it really is. What people don't know is Magic Johnson had 20 assists in this game too. Wow. Let's just appreciate that. And, I challenge you to go out in a low hoop and try to do that dunk. I challenge you. You might have to get your forearm a little bit sweaty or wet so the ball actually stick there. But just a spectacular dunk. Again, I don't know many guys again. And look at the crowd anticipating it. That's just some superhuman stuff there. Beautiful dunk. Anyways, love seeing that. And when you see stuff like this, go out on the court, practice it, see if you can do it. If you can't do it on 10 foot, try to turn it into a layup or something and see if you can do what he did and finish with a finger roll. You know, you don't have to. When I used to watch Jordan play, I'd see him do crazy dunks. I couldn't dunk like him, but I would go and try to change it into a layup, into something I could do. At any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed this BoingVERT show, episode 2. We'll try to do one of these a week. We're going to do a jumping hit, some motivation, and then look at a lost or forgotten dunk. Please visit BoingVERT.com. Check it out. Best programs on the planet. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, tell me what you know. Don't make me do